Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we're doing another Monster Mash. So I'm right now doing it live on Twitch with my Twitch community, and I thought we could do kind of a really fun themed Monster Mash today. So for today, I am following a suggestion of one of my Twitch users and doing an extinct Monster Mash. Basically, my Twitch chat is going to send me a bunch of different extinct animals, which could range from all the way back to the dinosaurs to earlier towards our modern time of different animal types that have become extinct over the years. And then they're going to vote, and we're gonna mash 3 different ones together. So Twitch chat, go ahead and send me all your suggestions for different extinct animals. All right, so the Twitch chat has voted, and I'm gonna go ahead and preface, I'm probably gonna pronounce 90% of these words completely wrong, because I don't even know how to pronounce these names. So we'll just try our best. So first for the extinct animal was the Spinosaurus, the Thylacoleo, the Stegosaurus, and the Bubble Heart Beast, maybe? Yes? And the results are a Spinosaurus winning with 9 votes. And then the second animal was a Quetzalcoatlus, a Tasmanian tiger, an ammonite, or a dodo. And the results are a Tasmanian tiger winning by 1 vote. Oh, that was close. That was really close. And for the third extinct animal, we have a saber-toothed tiger, a raptor, a woolly mammoth, or a great auk, I think is how you pronounce it. And, oh man, the raptor and the great auk are tied. So we're gonna have to do a tiebreaker vote between the 2 of them. So let me go ahead and set that up real quick. All right, the tiebreaker vote is in, and it was between the raptor and the great auk. So the results are a raptor winning by 1 vote. This is gonna be really freaking cool because I am excited to do the feathered raptors and such, and I think it's gonna add a really cool element to this monster overall. So we have a raptor, a Tasmanian tiger, and a Spinosaurus that we have to mash together today. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab some references and do some rough sketches to try to figure out how I'm gonna combine these 3, and then we will go from there. I'll see you guys in a bit. All right, so I finished the rough sketches of a couple of different ideas, and I tried to use each of the body types and each different sketch. So for the first one, it's much more based on the Spinosaurus and its overall look. And then the second one, more of the Tasmanian tiger. And for the third one, something closer to a raptor. So I wanted to try to make sure to mix and match everything, but have lots of elements from each of them be present. So I'm gonna go ahead and have the Twitch chat vote on which design we're gonna do today, and then we will get started on the line art and color. Okay, so the vote is in, so let's see which design the Twitch chat picked. And it is number 2, winning by 1 vote. So it's more of the Tasmanian tiger look, which I'm totally okay with. I'm excited to try this one to make the Tasmanian tiger also look dinosaur-ish. So I think it's gonna look pretty dang cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and jump in, do a new sketch of this guy, and we'll do the line art and color and go from there. I'll see you guys in a bit. So at the beginning of this piece, I was trying to rough out kind of what pose I wanted to do for this creature. Like I've said in a previous video, I've been trying to push my dynamic poses a little bit more for my creatures, and specifically this one, I kind of feel he looks like he's posing in a natural history museum. This first pose, it's not the final one, but when he's lunging and jumping, which I'm getting to right here, I just thought it kind of looked cool, and I really like the idea of it looking like it's in a natural history museum case, or it could easily be running through the savannah, and I really liked the final pose overall. I think I could have pushed it a little bit more, especially in the back legs, but I was still pretty satisfied with the pose, so after I finished the sketch, I went and moved on to line art and filling out this character and giving him a little bit more personality with those lines. he was a blast to do line art for. I really love doing all the feathers and all the little details that were on this creature, and it just like added so much like, I guess, frill and depth to the creature to have all these feathers and layers. And I kind of picture this one kind of being furred but feathered. Either it's all feathered but has kind of those shorter, smaller, thinner feathers that kind of just look like strands of fur. I know that's not exactly what they are, and I don't know the technical term for feathers, but I kind of see the body transitioning between some chunks of fur and feathers, or the really thin feathers and bigger feathers, and I really like how he looks with all of the different little textures all over him. So then after I finished the line art and finished cleaning it up, making sure it was all closed, I went and made another layer with just the base color and then started building the different patterns and textures from there. So the Tasmanian tiger, if some of you might not know or do know, obviously was not a tiger, but it did have the striping similar to a tiger, just mostly along the base of its back towards, like, I guess the top of its hips and butt, and then kind of down the tail a little bit, I guess depending on the tiger. Sometimes it went even higher up towards the neck, but I think the stripes look really dang cool, so I wanted to make sure to have them in this creature for sure. And I think the overall base color was mostly based on the Tasmanian tiger with the oranges and the browns. And then I wanted to keep within the same color palette and think of, like, if this thing was hunting on like a grassy plain or in the desert, like what type of colors would help it blend in or kind of match its surroundings. So I went with like this orangey, like rocky clay look for its spine. And you know, we don't really have a color for sure that Spinosauruses were, obviously, because all we have really right now are bones. So I thought it'd be fun to play around with some different colors and looks and maybe mimic something that could be colored that way in our world now. And then I mimicked the same type of color pattern, or I guess color tone, for the feathers around the body, because since basically raptors and Spinosaurus are extinct and we don't really have like a physical picture of them, like the Tasmanian tiger we have some photos of. Also, we also have some taxidermy ones in different museums. They were extinct many years ago, so sadly those taxidermy ones are falling apart, but at least that one we have colors confirmed. But it's nice to be able to play around with the raptor and the Spinosaurus since we don't have like an accurate, like, yes, they were this color. It's kind of fun to just play around and try a bunch of different colors since, you know, we have full creative freedom when it comes to coloring dinosaurs. So I made sure to keep kind of the color palette consistent. I really liked the browns and the reds and the tans, and like the darker grayish black. So I wanted to keep that consistent throughout the entire creature's color palette and skin palette. And I think he turned out looking pretty dang cool, and I really like how I've been progressing in painting. I think for this guy, I could have pushed a couple things a little bit more in terms of like shading, highlights, and just the colors overall. But I really still love how he turned out. He's this fierce, kick-ass looking thing, and I really love how he looks. All right, and we are all done with this piece, and man, this thing turned out really cool. I actually really dig the design, and I'm glad we went more for the overall Tasmanian tiger look with adding some parts of the Spinosaurus and raptor, because this just looks like a really intimidating, like canine-like thing that would live out in the savannah and just totally screw you over if you were caught just roaming the bush and he just killed you. You'd be screwed. Especially with the raptor claws on both the front and the back paws. If this thing jumped on you and had the intent of killing you, you'd be super dead. Those claws would just dig into you and you'd be just toast. It's kind of fun to think about the Spinosaurus top. I also kind of picture as like a shark fin. So imagine this thing is just crawling through like really tall, dead grass, and you just see this little fin going across the top of the grass. That'd be really cool, and I think it would kind of blend in because of the oranges and reds, but if you were looking hard enough, you might be able to see this little fin coming towards you as he's like stalking up and creeping up on you. But yeah, this thing is super cool. I really like it. I love how he turned out. And if you guys would like to get more insight on how I created this, this is going to be the Patreon Photoshop file of the month. So if you go over to my Patreon, you can get this full Photoshop file so you can see how I layered, what effects I put on every single layer, and basically how I built this entire piece from start to finish. So check out my Patreon at patreon.com/KMcCaigue, or there is a link down in the description. So I guess that's it. That's a wrap on our extinct Monster Mash. He looks really awesome. I love how he turned out overall, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did like this video, I do these Monster Mashes pretty frequently, so if you like seeing me combine different animals and creatures together, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I have new ones every week. And if you like this video, I'd love if you gave it a thumbs up or just like drop me a comment down below telling me your thoughts about this creature. So thanks again guys for stopping by, and I will see you all next time. Bye everybody.